It's quite interesting to listen to a parable like that and to remember that for many places around the world, people are standing in a certain place waiting to be hired for the day. Even pregnant women are standing there ready to be hired for a hard day's work because there's nothing else they can do. And they are desperate for work as well. And they will have to work really, really hard. So it's kind of understandable a way that how those who worked all day in the heat and then those who worked for a short time. And that is because the way we look at life is I give, so I get. So I give, so I get. And fortunately, that is not how God works. God's love is abundant and it is everlasting. And the background to this is there is some resentment among the early converts to Christianity, which were predominantly Jewish. And they had all the rules and regulations they had to follow. And next thing you have new people coming in. Gentile converts were coming in. And one of the big problems in the early church was they were not circumcised. They weren't part of the culture of the Jewish people. So there was a resentment towards them. And this is kind of addressing that in a little way. The resentment that the people have towards other people. And that is something that is incredibly toxic towards living a life of joy, a life of peace, and a life of happiness. There can be guilt and there can be resentment. But resentment is the most toxic of all sins because it really consumes a person and makes them very angry and very bitter in their life. So we should be very careful that we don't foster resentment in our lives. We should be very careful that we are open to God's forgiveness. And it's a forgiveness. His love is always seeking our good at all times. And that we don't people can even resent other people's good fortune, to resent other people's good health. How often I've heard, what did I do wrong to deserve this? The reality is, you did nothing wrong. God doesn't visit punishment on anyone. God can only love. And when he gives his love, it's given abundantly. And it's also giving abundantly in forgiveness as well. So we should pay attention to God's love and God's forgiveness in our lives and how he wants to set us free from guilt and resentment. And to remember, resentment is incredibly toxic that can consume us completely.
Thank you for joining us today. Our digital ministry provides a valuable service to parishioners and visitors alike. How wonderful that we can share God's Word, the celebration of the Eucharist, and other important words and events with those who may not be able to be with us in person. If you would like to support this effort, please go to olphglenview.org. Click on the gold donate button and then the Sunday giving icon to make a contribution on our secure online giving portal. We sincerely appreciate your past and ongoing support. Thank you for helping us continue this ministry. God bless.